All right.
All right. I think we're live, folks. Maybe.
It says we're live.
Yes, we're live.
Now you're because of the way you're sitting now it's cutting off the top of your head.
Oh, well, we're live.
All right. Hello everyone.
All
Welcome
right.
to another Techopolis live episode. My name is Michael,
And I'm Taylor.
and we've got another awesome episode for you today.
We do.
Um,
It's going to be awesome. Lots to talk about, so you'll want to stick around.
Heck yeah. We've been doing a lot more research on technology and different things like that. And
We have a lot more development and a lot more being in stereo, apparently. Michael, you are in stereo.
Yeah, it does that. It kind of goes in and out for whatever reason.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. It's like going in and out on the other side.
I don't know why. That's weird.
We've got Payon says hello.
Oh, we do. Well, speech chat is being stupid then.
Well, unless he's on my channel. Yeah, we're doing a simul stream, folks. So if you're not subscribed to Techopolis, subscribe to Techopolis. Subscribe to all the channels. Let me go ahead and put our link tree in the description. And the links, we've got a whole link tree of all of me and Michael's links that you can subscribe to. So apparently we also have a train.
Yeah, I hear that train.
Let me go ahead and put the link tree in.
Awesome. Payon said subscribe all over the place. Man, I'm using these Surface headphones, and they're good, but they don't make as much of a transparent footprint as my AirPods. Are you still there, Taylor?
I am. I'm just muted so I don't have to make all the
Okay.
keyboard noise so that way I can type in the link tree.
Okay, I was like, where'd you go?
Payon says we both need to get on TikTok. Okay. Not sure. Michael can respond to that one while I'm putting the link tree in.
Yeah, I don't know about TikTok, but yeah. It's another place, to do things. Whoa, Chrome crashed. Wow. Good job, Chrome.
Oh no. We've got a lot of chatters, so just hold on a sec, y'all. Let me go ahead and put this in and then we'll address some chatters.
Yeah, I heard pay, and then it completely crashed. So that was awesome. No, Restream does not work on TikTok. They do not have that as one of the delivery options. We're talking about, one of the things we're going to talk about is Linktree and how we're using it for Clubhouse. We're going to talk about some Windows 11 on ARM stuff that I've figured out, and we're going to talk about a lot of other tech stuff once Taylor gets the link put in there.
All right, that link should have gone through. Those are all of our links. We've got Techopolis, we've got Taste Tech Talks, and Facebook. So I'm streaming to 3 different channels. And let's go over some chat messages. Let's see.
Let's go over the fact that Google cannot make a good browser if it's going to keep crashing every time I get a few chat messages.
Well, that's not helpful.
Right.
Okay. So, Greg Watcher, he says, good evening.
Welcome.
Good evening. Welcome. Yeah. Any other chatters out there, feel free to say hi if you're on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are. Feel free to say hi. We always love chat messages. It's likely not Chrome crashing, but the extension you're using, says Payo.
Unfortunately, it is Chrome crashing because the app completely stops, and I'm running speech chat in Chrome. So, unfortunately, that is the case.
Well, we'll just have to go ahead and hopefully you'll figure that out, Michael.
Braille input on iOS is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So we've been using a lot of new tech recently as far as different applications. And I bet part of my problem is I have this VM going, running Windows, and it's probably doing all kinds of stuff.
I bet that's most of your problem, honestly. And this is another reason why, Windows 365 seems expensive, but, sometimes there might be another reason. I wonder if you could also install Windows in a Docker container. Crazy thought.
I don't know how well that would work.
I don't either, but it's just a thought.
When aren't we using new tech? Good point.
Yep, good point.
So I'm going to shut down this VM.
Which means that, yeah, because you're trying to view the chat, but that's still a good point about sometimes a VM can cause, lag on your host system, whereas Windows 365, it's all separated.
Right. But, when you have 32 gigs of RAM, you'd think it wouldn't be a problem.
But I guess it is.
Especially when you're trying to run Chrome.
Time to spam my chat. Oh, wonderful, Payon.
All right. Just shut down Windows, so that's shutting down.
And folks, Payon is a regular, so it's not like he's doing anything new. So if you've never watched us before, Payon is one of our regulars, and he always tries to
mess with us.
Stuff.
Yep.
So, yep.
But we're glad you're here, Payon.
Yep. Because I think we've got a lot of new viewers. Like I said, I'm streaming to my personal Facebook profile as well. So
yeah, we've been working on all kinds of cool stuff as far as tech goes, and we've been playing with different things. We just did an IAcast episode talking about all the new tech announcements, so go check that out. But I've been playing, and this morning actually, I started learning how to use Launch D on the Mac, and that's how you set up services on the Mac. System D is how you do it on Linux. Launch D is how you do it in Mac OS world. And it's really cool the amount of stuff you get with that. So I'm really excited to be playing with that. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'm pretty excited to have that capability and being able to... Yes, Payon was on the latest IAcast show, so it was really awesome. And so I'm really excited about what we get with Launch D and being able to create services for use with on the Mac. I'm really excited to be using it for, if I want to set up an IceCast server or things like that. I can use Launch D to set it up at boot up and different things like that. So pretty awesome stuff, and so I'm just really excited to be playing with that. I've been doing all this stuff. We played with installing things from Homebrew last night on Clubhouse. So Homebrew. With Homebrew, I've been able to install IceCast and Easy Stream, which is really neat, and all the Homebrew libraries now support a lot of Python, so I was able to compile WX Python without any problems finally. So And
yeah, that's awesome that you were
and
playing around. I was seeing that you were playing around with a lot of shortcuts. I was playing around with the new WordPress plugin. While he was playing around with Homebrew, I was playing around with a WordPress plugin, which I managed to get like a huge deal. But anyways, I just put in the IA cast link in the chat. Are the links coming through, y'all? Are they coming through okay?
they're coming through on speech chat. So
Awesome.
I was also able to. I haven't played around with any shortcuts. Yes, you can install Zoom with Homebrew.
You can.
I don't like to install visual applications with Homebrew just because I feel like the command line stuff should be done with Homebrew.
Just do everything.
And
There's a script to do that, Michael. There's actually a script to install a bunch of apps through Homebrew that are graphical. Let me go ahead and find the link to that. That's what I do when I set up my new Macs, is I install a whole bunch of my needed apps. It's an alternative for Ninite for Mac.
Yeah, that's cool. So,
I install anything I can through Homebrew because it's honestly faster.
yeah, and you can update all of your stuff through Homebrew, so that's really cool.
And I'm not sure how many chat messages you're getting, Michael.
I haven't heard of any memory leaks.
Greg Watcher says, are you experiencing any of the memory leaks that have been on the recent MacBook Pros?
I haven't even heard about that in the news. So
Yeah.
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I haven't heard anything about memory leaks. Especially by developers. I've been watching a lot of YouTube where they talk about the differences between like the 19-inch. I mean the. Yeah,
and yes, Payon, you can install 1Password. I've done it as well. I've installed 1Password through Homebrew.
That's
too.
cool.
So I'm gonna send that link to y'all in the chat. So if you're interested in that script, by the way, do we want to explain what Homebrew is, Michael? Maybe you want to do that while we do this.
Homebrew is a program where you can install other applications. It's a package manager for Mac. And there's even a version called Linux Brew that lets you do the same thing in Linux, even though they all have their own package managers. But Homebrew is a package manager for Mac OS. So it lets you do a lot of stuff from the command line. So you can type like brew install space package name. Oh, I'll have to check out MacBreak then, because that's truly interesting. I have not heard about that.
There is the script for the Ninite alternative. It's called Mac apps.watch or something. So whatever, I just butchered that name. But you can literally just select apps you want to download, and then it gives you a curl command that you just execute in terminal.
Cool.
So I just put that in the chat. So feel free to check that out. It's a pretty great tool for when I'm setting up my new Mac.
Mm-hmm. And you know, the thing about these things is they're just great machines. So I've been able to do more on this Mac than I've been able to do on my Intel, and just the benchmarks that I showed on YouTube channels is insanely crazy. So. Yeah. And you know, audio hijack and loop back on here are great, so I love all of it. Plus, you know, I'm using Parallels on here and with a SSD, and just being able to do all that stuff with Windows is just great. If you go to the Apple Store to look at the MacBooks, you will not be disappointed. They look great. Nope. And they're kind of that boxy design. They look like the old machines. So, Taylor, what have you been working on?
Oh, goodness gracious. Where do I start? I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff today and yesterday and the day before that and all the time. First off, I found a new plugin for WordPress, and Payon might be interested in this. I don't know if I told you. There's a plugin where I can integrate with the Stripe customer portal where I can be able to update people's card information through Stripe. And I guess that too? Uh-oh. My Wi-Fi out, y'all?
You're here.
Okay, sorry, y'all. My Wi-Fi appears to have some issues. So let's start that over. So I found a plugin where I could integrate with Stripe. And I wanted to do this because I wanted people to have an ability to change their card information. And I wanted to integrate with what's called the Stripe billing portal, aka a place where it will be hosted by Stripe and the users can upgrade, downgrade, and modify their subscriptions accordingly. There's this plugin that's called Stripe Accept Payments or some variation of that, and it's normally $250 a year or something like that. I was able to score a Black Friday deal for unlimited sites where I get it for $69 every year, and that is not just the first year, but all the years. And that comes with 1 year of updates and support, basically. So it's a really cool plugin, and I've also got the whole bundle, so you can get a whole bundle of the plugin. That's what I got for normally, $250 or whatever, and I got it for $60. Black Friday deal still going on. Payown, yes it is, but I get it now because it's going to be gone tomorrow, I think. I can send you the link, or we can talk about that. If you don't get it, we can talk about that offline. But I'll go ahead and put the link in chat so y'all can check it out. It's a pretty cool plugin, and the cool thing is you can insert Stripe buy now buttons like you would in PayPal, for example. And so I'm going to have different products on my hosting page. And we're also going to have a Techopolis like shop where I'm going to be selling different things, and Michael's going to be selling different downloads. And that'll be pretty great. And I'm going to also put a link in the general chat because I think it'll benefit the other people. But there's like a lot of add-ons. Google Pay, Apple Pay, ConvertKit, Aweber, just all these different add-ons that the plugin integrates with. And so what I'm going to actually do for my TA hosting site is I'm using a Gravity form for the membership portion. I'm using the members plugin to restrict content because Paid Memberships Pro is way too big for this. I don't really need all those features. And then I'm going to use the Stripe plugin to be able to use payments. And the cool thing also as well is that it will actually be able to show people's invoices and transaction history. And I can send receipts for credit cards that are expiring. I can send receipts for subscription updating automatically. And I can get emailed whenever a new order is placed, which then goes into our Microsoft To-Do list for our help desk, powered by Power Automate. Yeah, I know, Payon. I understand. So I will go ahead and throw that link in the chat. Y'all go check it out. This is not an affiliate link, but it is pretty cool. So go check it out. I found it yesterday, and there's another alternative called WP Simple Pay, which is like $500 or something. And I'm like, well, there's got to be a better way. So I was determined yesterday to find a solution. And I sure did. And then we had a whole Gravity Forms deal, which Michael can talk about. Well, I go put this in chat. But that's one of the things I've been working on. But I've got a whole lot more. This is just only one of the things. But let me go put that in chat for y'all.
So we did have an issue with Gravity Forms. Basically, well, I'll let Taylor talk about that when she gets back. But we were working on Gravity Forms, and I think we figured out why our websites did not have the block for Gravity Forms when they should have. We had a bunch of websites that did not have Gravity Forms. We installed it, but the block wasn't showing up. So what ended up happening was we had downloaded a copy from the website and we're using it, but it was not an updated version and it wouldn't be updated. It was a beta. And so I was like, let me go download. It's like, okay, this is 2.5 RC1 or RC3. That doesn't sound right. And it's 2.5.14.3 is the latest version of Gravity Forms. So I'm like, I think this might be our problem. So we got that fixed up and it's working now. So Taylor, why don't you talk about Power Automate and also talk about your template that you're working on as well.
Yeah, so y'all, I am doing a whole bunch of things. After this stream, Michael and I are going to go play with some Docker containers. And I understand, like I said, I don't even know who's watching this stream right now. Y'all, if you're on my personal profile and you're like, what is this crazy show? Basically, Michael and I just talk tech. We talk about very advanced things. So it's just kind of a way to hang out and talk tech. So that's just kind of what it is. Since I see that we may have some new viewers in the audience, which is awesome, subscribe to all the channels. So, anyways, back on topic. So Power Automate is really awesome. Do you want me to talk about what that is, Michael? Is that what you said? Or what we've done, right?
What it is and what we've done, yeah.
So Power Automate is Microsoft's answer to IFTTT, if this, then that, or Zapier, or Integromat. Basically, you can connect apps together that normally wouldn't work together in a way that you can be able to have them so that they will cooperate. For example, I have an integration where whenever I get a Gmail message that has the words TA Help Desk in the subject line, forward it to a Microsoft to-do list called TA Help Desk, which then will send a notification to all my help desk staff, and then they can be able to respond to the ticket. Not only that, but what it does is it has dynamic content. So the message from the Gravity Form submission, or the other things, let me try that again because I just got distracted. So here's the deal, folks. Basically, it has a dynamic way of displaying content. So the Google Groups submission, we do Google Groups because we've got Workspace. I'll put a link to that as well. It's a referral link. If you use our link, we get 10% off. And you get 10% off for the first year. So basically, what we do is we have a Google group that has a workspace. All of our help desk technicians are in the Google group. And whenever that Google group is fired, it will automatically send a message to the help desk, Microsoft To-Do, with the appropriate field. So the subject of the to-do will be the subject of the email. The body will be the body. And it works well because it notifies everyone. Greg Watcher just said that IFTTT might be getting Microsoft To-Do support, and that'd be awesome. I want to see that to believe it, but that'd be cool. Trey Bradley says, I love your channel. Welcome, Trey, to our stream. If you're not subscribed to Techopolis, I don't know which channel you're watching on, but feel free to subscribe to all the channels. And Power Automate, like I said, it's really cool because I can connect many different things together that normally wouldn't work together. In terms of accessibility, it could be a lot better, but it is navigable. And I've gotten most of my forms connected to Power Automate, whereby they will actually work, and so they will go send to different Microsoft to-do lists, which, by the way, we did switch to from Todoist because it made a lot more sense, and the notifications were not cracking up in Todoist. So it kind of made a lot more sense to go back to Microsoft To Do. And yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about that. So another thing that I've been working on is a WordPress template. A lot of times y'all are probably so annoyed because you have to get rid of the themes, you have to get rid of the widgets, you have to get rid of these plugins called Hello Dolly and all those fun things. Wouldn't it be nice to have an automated template where all that garbage is just gone and you could just have a website that you could just use? Well, I'm going to try to make something like that. And basically how it will work is you'll download the template. It'll be a custom WordPress installer file. The disadvantage of this is that you will need some technical skills because you can't just automatically install it through like a one-click. You'll have to probably manually install it. But then you could import it into like Softaculous or Epitron. And the cool thing is that all your widgets and all that junk will be gone. So it'll just be a bare WordPress install with a theme generate press, which is what we like to use. And it will be a really awesome, really cool place so that everyone can be able to find the WordPress site and they won't have to install all these different plugins every single time. So we'll have all of our favorites in there, like Rank Math, Generate Blocks, all the things. WordFence, especially WordFence for security. So all of that will be enabled. It won't be set up, but you'll have to set it up yourself. There won't be any premium plugins, obviously, but it'll be all the free stuff that we like to use. So I'm in the process of working on that. Hopefully a version will be out soon, and I'm hoping that we'll have a Techopolis shop. Wouldn't that be a good idea, Michael?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. How does the Techopolis shop sound to y'all? Where we could just buy different products, and we'll use that plugin that I was saying earlier because you can have downloads. So it's really cool because you can actually have downloads for each product, and you can also have them expire. You can be able to show the user their downloads, they actually have a specific add-on called Download Manager. And I've got all the add-ons, which is so nice because you just upload them. And they even have a update checker. So they even have an update checker plugin that will literally update, check for updates on the add-ons and install them for you. So it's a really cool way of getting these plugins. It's really awesome. So super excited about that. The website is kind of hard to navigate, but it is doable. And another thing is that when you go to enable for the first time, you'll have to find a license key. It took me a while to find it. What I ended up having to do is use the search field once I was logged in and find it that way. But I'm just really curious, what kind of membership site plugin are they using? Because it's kind of a little bit of a weird navigational mess. So anyways, that is my rant. But those are all the things that I'm currently working on. We're also working on Perspective Web as well. We're able to upload files now, and I just deployed the master branch to Git. My next thing will be doing some visual styles and all that fun stuff. So that's currently what we're doing now, and after this stream, Michael and I are going to be playing with some Docker containers and probably opening up a Clubhouse room.
Why don't you explain what Perspective Web is?
Yeah, good question. So Perspective Web is basically a way where users can recognize images, like OCR, and it will use Apple's Vision framework. So it'll connect to our Mac. We've got a Mac server through Mac Stadium, and it will connect to our Mac server, and it will run a shortcut, and then they'll be able to get the text that the Apple Vision framework was able to extract. Basically, it'll use the Apple, the same technology that's in the camera app to be able to read out the text and be able to extract it. And there's going to be a couple versions. We're going to have a free version where you can upload one image at a time. And then we're also going to have a version for enterprises where you can be able to log in and have it and call an API and do whatever you need for your enterprise. So we'll have two different versions, which will suit all needs. So it'll be pretty great. Is that good, Michael?
Yep, that describes it really well. So, yeah, we've been working on Perspective for quite a while. And so it's really exciting to see it coming closer to being finished. We have an iOS version as well that will do very similar things. Perspective OCR, I think, is the name for it.
Yes, that is the name.
I'm finishing up the camera view and things like that. So I'm pretty excited where it's going as well.
Yeah, and that'll be really cool as well. So I'm looking forward to all that. And that'll be all under the Techopolis brand. So you all should follow Techopolis. I'm going to be retweeting their stuff, but you all should follow it because that's where all the stuff is going to be at. Because Techopolis is a technology services
company. Yep.
Company. So.
Yep. It's pretty exciting stuff.
And Payon says, I'm back. Hi, Payon. Trey Bradley says, awesome. And Payon, yeah, we missed you. We figured, I was like, your Payon's silent. His phone died, so that's why he wasn't here.
Yep. We just called him out on stream, too. Just said his phone died. Yep.
He said his phone died. Yep. No, he said that in chat.
Well, it doesn't play chat through stream, so.
Well, either way.
Yep. So, what else have we been working on? I'm sure there's other stuff we've been doing.
Well, we have done some server. Well, I don't know if we talked about the server deal, but have we talked about all that stuff? I'm not sure.
We talked about Name here a while back. We changed the server over to that. But I learned how to use CSF to do firewall stuff over the weekend, so that was good. And we're also looking at some more. We've increased our server security, so it's really been neat.
Yeah, Name Hero, y'all, is awesome.
They are a great service.
Y'all should go check them out.
Yep. Well, I don't have much more, I don't think. What else? I thought we were going to talk about. Well, we talked about a lot of the stuff we mentioned.
Something else, I guess. Michael, would be a good idea for our Perspective project is maybe using headless WordPress. Have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of that. I have not used it. The only thing about, even though
Because it returns JSON. That's what I said. Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be an option.
Because all it is just using JSON. It's not like we have to use PHP.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, I've just been learning a lot of new things and watching YouTube. So yeah.
Payon, I can share it in Discord, but the chat should have the history, does it not? I can go ahead and reshare it in the chat, but it should have a history. Will Perspective be an app to download? Yes, Trey. It will be an app to download as well as a website. Yep. And I'm also looking at using my GitHub. So I'm going to use the GitHub. We're doing it all in Git version control. And I'm going to see if I can deploy it to Heroku, where I can basically have it, on a server where I could just, whenever I hit, Git push and I merge everything together, it will show up on a live place. That way we don't have to try to do the Nginx restart and stuff on the Mac. We can just have it in a one persistent URL that we can always look at for development purposes. So that's another thing that I've been doing as well. Michael, are you still here?
I am still here, yes.
Okay. Cool.
You will be able to do image PDFs on Perspective up to 2,000 pages.
Yep. Payon, I had some HelloFresh that wasn't stolen by my neighbors. Actually, sorry, Freshly. Jeez, get everything confused. Freshly. At least it wasn't stolen by my neighbors this time. So that's good.
And I have not eaten yet because I've had a headache, and so it's like, so I'm sure I will find something in a little bit though. But I think that's all I've got.
Yeah, that's really all I have. I mean, we've had a lot of people watching today.
Yeah, and we're glad that all of you guys have showed up today. It's been an awesome episode. The link that Taylor sent, the link tree, is your best way to get all of our information. You can email me at mikedowies@techopolis.online and on Mike Dowies on Twitter. What about you, Taylor? What's your info?
Payon, yes, that's what we want to have it spit out a text file. Yep. What, Michael? Sorry, I was reading chats.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and give your contact information, like where people can email you and Twitter and all that stuff.
Taylor@TaylorAccess.com, Twitter, Taste Tech Talks, or Taylor_Arndt22. But look at the link tree because that's where all of our information is. It's a really easy way. Link tree, /TM links. So it's Taylor Michael's links. So
that's awesome.
Go look at the link tree.
I like the link tree. That is really cool.
It is.
Yep. All right, folks, we're going to end this a little early today, I think. Do we have any more chats?
I don't think we have any more chats, but if we do, like I said, if you're watching after the fact, feel free to comment. We will watch and look for those.
Yep. And we will be back next week with another episode. So thanks, everybody, for joining us today.
You're super excited about the tool, Payon. You mean the template? Is that what you're talking about? Or the perspective? Or both? Sorry. We're getting chats.
Oh, that's fine.
Or the portal. I mean, we have a lot going on right now. It's been crazy.
We do.
And I'm also messing with WP CLI as well, which is nice.
Yeah, that's really
cool. I tell you, I love it. Yeah. Well, folks, I don't see any more chats. Let's go ahead and end it.
Yep.
And yeah, it's been a great episode, y'all.
Yep. Thanks for coming by and watching us, folks. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Like and subscribe to both channels. I just logged myself out, so let me go log back in. really awesome, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what the world? I'm trying to... Okay. So, folks, I think that'll do it for today, but awesome episode, and we'll talk to y'all later.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.